Good morning, Wakeland. I'm Aiden Yukiko.
And I'm Sebastian Fagan. Today we will be talking about student stress levels, details on our Legacy Line Spring Show, and Wakeland's epic win at UIL.
Win TV starts now. With the school year coming to a close, student stress levels are at an all-time high.
Jacob McAreath has more on this problem.
With the spring semester going full swing, we touched base with students on their stress throughout classes. Throughout the month of April, we conducted a survey asking what classes caused students the most stress. Out of 100 anonymous responses from students of each grade, we conducted that math is the third most stressful with 34 votes, English running up with 38 votes, and then the science department being declared the most stressful with a whopping 49 votes. With many comments such as the amount of workload, difficulties with teachers, and the struggle to improve grades, students were able to make their voices clear.
I'd say my English class because it's really just a lot of work. I mean, it's not hard, it's just a bunch of work.
Probably English 4 because it's a whole lot of essays and stuff that we have to do at the end of the year, and it's like the only class being a senior, like it's hard and it stresses me out.
Yearbook definitely stresses me out the most because it's not necessarily a class, it's more of a business, and we provide books and content for the whole school, and you have to go to so many events during the year and shoot so many photos and write stories and go out and interview people in just a matter of that 90 minutes of class. And sometimes we have to stay after school too and finish the book.
We then talked to Ms. Phipps about the results from the survey and ways to reduce stress.
I think it's important that students find an outlet, whether it's writing, reading, exercise, some kind of activity that gives them just a reprieve from the amount of work that they have to do and get done. That's one way. Sometimes it's just chilling, watching TV, but it's all within small increments. You're always going to have some homework. That's not something you're ever going to get away from. But we've implemented some things to help students. We don't start school till 9. There's no reason you can't be here early enough. Teachers are here. There is a obvious rotation with their tutorial periods, but communication. I think there's a mutual respect. You can always talk to a teacher. Keep in mind, as I was reading some of the comments from students, what can you do? What's the one thing you can control? What's the one thing you're in charge of? And that's you. So what are you doing to make that easier? Are you coming in for tutorials? Are you using your advisory period to its fullest? And are you doing your homework at night?
Hang on, Wolverines. The school year is almost over. I'm Jacob McAreath for Win TV.
Legacy Line has been practicing year-round for their spring show.
Jillian Williams shed some light on this story.
This past weekend, Legacy Line Spring Show displayed the skills that our Legacy Line dancers have acquired through dedication and teamwork.
And Spring Show is really just a showcase of all of our dances, also some additional dances that we've been working on throughout the past few weeks.
It's going to be a great show. We've actually been working on it all year because we've had our competition dances that we're going to showcase, and we have some special surprises that are going to be in the show. And we really just want to make that great show and just end with a great finale. So it's really going to show the unity that we have as a team.
My favorite part about being on the team is all the amazing friendships I've built. Also just being able to support our school and perform for Wakeland. Everyone's such beautiful, talented dancers, and we really just work on getting all of our dances to the perfect quality you want them at.
This year I've really learned I really love leading, and so I just want to carry that throughout my whole entire life.
As the end of the year approaches, we reflect on the achievements of our Legacy Line dancers. Don't forget to congratulate them on an amazing season. I'm Jillian Williams for Win TV.
Cyberbullying is a prevalent issue in today's youth.
Here's James Nash to show us its effects on the student body.
As technology and social media overtake the lives of many students, those students are often left dealing with the destructive force known as cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying is basically bullying just on the internet or over social media or over some sort of technology. It's the same thing as you deal with in school, but there's just no off switch for it. You can't ever get away from it. My sister was bullied in high school. She could go home and get away from it. But here, now the cyberbullying, it makes it 24/7. There is no escape. And you're totally anonymous. So there's pretty much, for the bully, there's pretty much no downside to it because you can do it completely anonymously and almost never have any repercussions from it.
I haven't seen cyberbullying in the school personally, but I don't doubt that it happens in school because it happens everywhere. It's such a big thing, and it's pretty, I wouldn't say it's unstoppable, but it's definitely not uncommon. I think students could fight cyberbullying by either letting people know that it's going on or telling people about the effects and the severity of cyberbullying. I personally am in advanced graphic design at the CT Center, and I'm doing PSA posters about cyberbullying and the importance of not cyberbullying others and not just being a bystander, and I think that's important.
I feel like Adamant is trying to address the problem through the classes on Fridays. I feel like they're trying to get the word out and trying to get students to stop and figure out a different way to handle their anger.
There should be some reporting mechanism on any and all social media because all the policies when you sign up for an account have policies saying that it's against their rules. So there should be some sort of reporting mechanism. Also, you should report it to an adult and the school that you attend.
I'm James Nash with Win TV.
Wakeland brought home the gold this past weekend with their historic win.
Maddie Cargill kicks off the story.
Students, staff, and parents traveled the 3 hours to support Wakeland soccer teams in the UIL State Championships last Saturday in Georgetown, Texas. Your Lady Wolverines beat Grapevine in a PK shootout, and the boys team beat Aledo 3-0. This is the first time 2 teams from the same school have won the 5A championships since 1985. Congratulations to our Wolverine soccer. I'm Maddie Cargill for Win TV.
In soccer, you score goals. In football, it's touchdowns. In golf, you try to get the lowest score possible. Every sport is unique. But what goes on in lacrosse?
I would explain the rules of lacrosse as fast-paced.
And they have a lot of similar rules with basketball. Like we have charges, blocks, and then we have like an 8-meter, which is similar to the paint, where if you foul, you get like a free possession shot. But it's a little bit hard to explain the rules. It's something that you kind of have to watch and pick up on as you go.
The rules are kind of ever-changing. They kind of trickle down from the Division I college level. Really hard to explain. I kind of tell people it's a mix of soccer, hockey, and red light, green light sometimes. The girls have to stop on the whistle, and it's super obnoxious. But that rule is subject to change soon. So it's one of those things that you kind of have to always watch and keep your ear out for the changes because it's always changing.
According to a recent study from Statista and the U.S. Lacrosse Association, there are nearly 4 times the amount of high school girls volleyball players than high school girls lacrosse players, even though in the last 5 years the amount of high school lacrosse players has increased by 14%.
I don't really think lacrosse does get enough recognition because usually whenever I say I play lacrosse, most people are like, what is lacrosse? And so I kind of explain it to them. So I really don't think it gets a lot of recognition.
No, because it's a tough sport and takes a lot of practice, but it just doesn't get a recognition it deserves.
Volleyball's in the Olympics and stuff, and lacrosse isn't. And I think it's starting to get the recognition, but it's exciting to see. I'm from New York originally, so that's a hotbed there, and it's cool that it's starting to get the recognition it deserves down here, and kids are playing and having fun and realizing that it's such an awesome sport. So I think the best is yet to come with lacrosse.
The high school lacrosse team has been in existence for 6 years. They have 2 Aggie Land Classic Championships, 2 district championships, and have been to the state championships 3 times. I'm Emma Rasmussen for Win TV.
Up next is this week's edition of Wolverine of the Week.
I'm an active member of NHS, NTHS, Spanish Honor Society, and then I'm also senior class secretary. I don't know where I'm going to attend college next year. I'm still undecided, but I'm leaning towards University of Texas at Austin, and I'll be studying neuroscience on a pre-med track.
I've been playing lacrosse for the past 6 or 7 years, since early middle school. The thing I love most about lacrosse is probably the fast-paced nature of the game, and then I also like how you get to be aggressive and the intensity and just just the whole team and family aspect of the sport. As captain, I mainly just send reminders out to the team, and then I also will call stuff in the game if I'm speaking captain. I call the coin toss, and then we kind of just help to be leaders on the field and help to lead warm-ups and just be a present on the field. My main goal for this season is to win districts and then hopefully go to state. We made it to state my freshman year, and we placed second, and then we placed third last year. But for my last year, I would really like to win the state title.
I'm Caitlin O'Neill, and I'm Wolverine of the Week.
Tonight at midnight is your last night to order your grade-specific Carnival for a Cure t-shirt. Check your email or scan the QR code in the cave for a link to order.
Students find out if they're smarter than a 5th grader.
Christine Bergman has more.
This time of year, Wakeland students are getting prepared for many standardized tests. I decided to test their knowledge and figure out if they're smarter than a 5th grader. What planet is closest to the sun?
Mercury.
Mercury.
Venus.
Venus. Mercury.
Mercury.
A heptagon is a shape with how many sides?
That sounds like hexagon, so I'm going to go with 5.
5.
7.
5. 7.
Oh, it's 7.
Oh my.
Spell the word sandwiches.
Sandwiches. SANDWICHES.
SANDWHICHES.
What animal classification is a turtle?
Reptile.
Reptile.
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur.
A.
A reptile.
What is the fastest bird on foot?
Ostrich.
Ostrich. Ostrich.
Ostrich.
Ostrich.
I'm gonna have to go with a raven.
Oh yeah.
Good luck, Wolverines, on passing upcoming tests. I'm Christine Bergman for Win TV.
Come one, come all to the Red Carpet Short Film Showcase event by Video Technology on April 30th in the Wakeland Auditorium from 6 to 9 p.m.
That's it for this week's edition of Win TV. Follow us on Twitter for more at WHS Win TV. I'm Sebastian Fagan.
And I'm Aiden Yukika. Have a great weekend, Wolverines.